When it comes to the pursuit of excellence, you guys, Muslims, we cannot afford to be satisfied with mediocrity. We cannot afford it. You as a believer, as a Muslim, have to push yourself to better. Whatever you're doing. If you're memorizing, you could be memorizing better. If you're studying, you could be studying better. If you're working, you could be working better. If you're volunteering, you could be volunteering better. Push yourself to better. Push yourself, especially when you're young. Right now you have time. You don't have that much responsibility. But I have homework. Yes, that's not too much responsibility. Responsibility will come once you get married. Once you have children. Right now you're free. Right now you have the freedom you will never ever have in your life. This is the time to push yourself, not sit back and play video games. This is not the time to sit there and watch movie after movie after movie. This is not the time to be excited about the new Avengers or whatever. This is not the time, not for you. You have much bigger things to do. The entire world is waiting on the impact that you will have. You can't sit around. Everybody else can, that's fine. They don't have higher pursuits. You have to be the person of excellence because you're from now thinking about impact. Every single young man and woman in this audience should be thinking about what did Allah give me? What talent did He give me? And what impact will I have on this planet because of it? What am I going to do with it? And as you think about that impact, then you realize what you're really working towards. You're working towards contentment, meeting with Allah. That is our ultimate truth. You want to be able to show Allah that you did everything in your potential. That's what you want to be able to do. You guys should have the best sleeping habits. You guys should have the best dietary habits. You guys should have the best exercise schedule. You guys should be the best in your prayers. You guys should be the best in your studies. You should be pushing yourself to excellence in everything you do in life. Everything you do in life should be at the top. You should not be eating junk food. You should not be the people that are just lounging around wasting time. Yes, you should have a good time, but even when you play hard. You play hard. People see you, other kids in school see you, other people in college see you and say, I want to be like him. Everything he does is awesome. Everything he does the best. That's what you people need to be. That's what this ummah needs. People of excellence. And then these people are going to have impact. And you know what? Our parents, unfortunately, because they were never taught this business, they were never taught this ladder. So you know what? Their highest ladder was prestige, maybe above prestige, money. That's where it ended. So the only concern they have for you is prestige and money.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to be talking to you guys about what you can do during Ramadan in terms of training, in terms of your physique, in terms of gains. I'm going to walk you through it. This is going to be my 7th Ramadan training. So I've been down the block and I can teach you guys a little bit about what I know. But before we get into that, I want to show you guys, this is from our new TTD collection, this hoodie that I'm wearing right now. This hoodie, the back, you see the till of death, may the real prevail. We got oversized hoods on them. They're oversized hoodies in general, but I made the hoods extra big so that, you know, when you're in the gym training, you have your whole shit covered like this. I like to train like this a lot of days, especially leg days. And then we got, take this off real quick, oversized tees coming too. Here we go, this is the back. This is personally one of my favorites on the drop. And then we got like cuffed at the bottom of the sleeve, so you could wear it as like an oversized tee, or you could pull it up and it fits it's tight. It's like a fitted shirt here. So you can kind of rock this however you want. But yeah, this is all coming very soon. I just want to keep you guys in the loop. If you guys don't follow us already, you can follow us at TTD_athletics on Instagram. It's a brand that I hope to grow this year and the years coming forward. But now to talk to you guys about what you are here for. Ramadan is coming up. We are right now about 2 weeks out. Basically during Ramadan, for those of you who don't know, we're just watching this video for entertainment. Basically, it's a month of sacrifice, bro. You have a fasting window where there's no food, no water, no smoking, nothing, all right? It's a month of sacrifice. That's from sunrise to sundown. At sundown, you break your fast. Probably gonna be around an 8-hour eating window this year. So I want to get through this and answer. I put a question thing on my story for you guys on Instagram. I want to run through all the information that I know for you guys, and then I kind of want to touch on some of the questions that you guys asked. And like I said, I've been doing this for a while, so what I'm telling you is for fact, okay? This is for fact. So I used to overthink this month a lot and think I'm going to lose my gains, but it's not as detrimental as you may think, and everybody always looks at it as such a negative thing, but it's really not, okay? So just get rid of that negative mindset, because we don't need that. Like I said, there's always a misconception around Ramadan. Whenever I'm fasting, people are always like, damn, yo, that must suck. But it's honestly the best month of the year, bro. It's a month that you can get closer to God. You know, when you feel pangs of hunger and thirst, you kind of empathize with the people around the world who have to fast because they have no choice. And you can empathize with those people because they have no other option, you know? We also learn that we can survive on a lot less than what we really think you need. It's a month that you can actually, like, grow a lot as a person from sacrificing and being tough and getting through it. It's something to be proud of when you make it through every single day. You make your prayers on time. You make sure you follow everything. You lower your gaze. You're doing the right thing. It's something to be proud of, bro. And it's something that not a lot of people can handle. So the fact that you can handle it, big ups to you, my brother. Big ups to you. One of the main questions I get, should you bulk? Should you cut? Should you maintain? I am very heavy on the maintain. You don't want to cut. And I'll tell you why. You can make it happen. You can go into a deficit and cut, but your caloric expenditure during the day is going to be so low because you're probably not going to be moving around as much. You're probably not going to be doing as much during the day. You're going to have such a low expenditure, and then you're going to be really hungry at night, and you're going to force feed at night, and you're probably going to hit your caloric needs, and you're not going to be expending as much. I just don't think it's a good month to cut. You know, when you're cutting, I usually say to people who are cutting, you want to eat every 2 hours so you can maintain that muscle better, and a 16-hour fast window just isn't your best bet for that. It's the same thing for bulking. You just don't have enough time to really get in the surplus that you're going to want to get into, and your training sessions aren't going to be as intense. So it's for me, bro, it's really just a month to maintain, and a lot of people stress about it, but bro, you have 11 months of the year to focus on your fitness goals, and you have 1 month a year to develop your relationship with God and better your relationship with God. You're not going to lose your gains in a month, bro. For the first 4 years of me fasting while I was training, I was so stressed about losing muscle. I was like, damn, I worked all year and now I'm going to lose muscle. You're not going to lose anything, bro. You're going to pick up right back where you left off. You're going to be completely fine, so stop stressing about that. Use this month to develop your relationship with the Creator. Use this month to get back on your path. If you've fallen off, if you've been sinning a lot, if you've been doing a lot of things that you know you're not supposed to be doing, this is your month to get right back on your path and remind yourself, you know, who you are, what your purpose is. Your purpose here on this world is to serve God. And it's easy when life happens to sway away from that. This is your month to get back on track. Take it seriously. And bro, a lot of people look down on the training. Some of the best training sessions I've ever had in my life were during Ramadan. You know, you break your fast, you get that that splurge of energy, and then, you know, you go to the gym late night. Well, for me, it was always late night with my friends. You know, we all got that energy. We're turning up, and then we hang out after till sunrise, and we eat right suhoor together before you know, starting the fast again. So it's a dope time to just enjoy training sessions, bro. Enjoy time with your friends. Enjoy time with your family. When should you train? It's another big question that people ask. I highly recommend, for me at least, what was best for me was 1 to 2 hours after breaking my fast, 1 to 2 hours after iftar. Now the other option is in the morning. So right before you start your fast, you have your suhoor meal, which is your last meal before you start the fast. Train right after that. I usually don't recommend that, bro, because you'll get thirsty, and then you're probably gonna be like thirsty all day. It's gonna make your fast a lot harder. So I always recommend, you know, 1 to 2 hours after you break your fast. Try to get in the gym. It doesn't have to be a long session, bro. You can make these 45 to 60 minute sessions. Try to keep it intense, keep it short. You don't have a lot of fluid in your body. You don't have a lot of food in your body, so you want to just maximize your productivity. It's not about being in there for a long time. But you know, and like I said, you want to train after the far, because I wouldn't train fasted, bro. You don't have food in your body, you don't have water in your body, you're asking for injury like that. I would always recommend training with food and water and liquids in your system running through. Let's get into the meals, like what you should be eating. Meal 1, which is when you break your fast. You want fast digesting carbs, bro. Carbs that will absorb faster, protein that will digest quicker, because you're gonna go train right after this, and you're gonna want to have obviously a lot of water with this meal, like a lot. Drink 3, 4, 5, 6 cups of water while you're eating. Now those fast digesting carbs are gonna consist of rice cakes, dates, things like that. I always go with the rice and the rice cakes with my first meal. Then you also want a fast digesting protein. Whey protein is the fastest digesting, so it digests a lot faster than casein. Alphaline has a bunch of them. You can use my code Haddy. You'll save 15% off all of your orders. Anabolic cookie collision is my favorite flavor. If you guys want to try that out, it's a banger. So usually I'll break my fast digesting carbs, fast digesting protein, and you know, whatever my mom eats. I don't try to restrict myself too much in terms of food. I just like to enjoy my meals with my family, but I make selections with my meals to make sure that it's optimal for my training. Right after the break of fast, maybe an hour, 2 hours after, that would be around like 9:30, 10 p.m. I go to train, hit the gym. And I'm not training for PRs, I'm not training for strength. I use the month as a way to like perfect every movement, focus a lot on time under tension. I focused a lot on form, but I'm still training hard. Don't get it wrong. Like I'm still training with intensity. The sessions are just getting a lot shorter and less heavy, if that makes any sense. Like I said, we're trying to maintain here, and you just want to make it through the month and keep what you have. If you can try to bulk, you can try to cut, all of those things will work if you count your calories in the eating window. Just in my opinion, I've tried both of them. They've been unsuccessful. The best bet is just to maintain and really like focus on religion. You know, you're focused on training every single month of the year. Focus on God, please. You get your priorities right here. You don't have to train 6 days a week. Sometimes, some weeks I would cut my split into 4 days, and you could literally do like a chest day, chest and triceps, back and bicep, legs, and you could do legs and arms maybe, and then the 4th day shoulders, or you could split that up, put a rest day in between. You could hit every muscle once a week. Like I said, you're not gonna lose much. So you could, if it's easier for you to split it up from your 6 day split into a 4 day split, do that. There's no problem with that. You wanna make sure you're enjoying the month, and you wanna make it effective as possible for you. Now, meal 2, or the second meal, like I would have a protein shake once I leave the gym. So like I would have it ready with me in my car, and then obviously keep hydrating throughout your workout and after your workout, like as you're going home. Meal 3 when I get home. So after I like train, have the protein shake, get home, and have meal 3. And that meal I usually just like eat what I want. Fast digesting carbs, slow digesting carbs, leftovers, whatever it is. Eat whatever I want, I snack. I just try to keep getting my calories and keep getting my protein in, especially because obviously you want to get a gram per pound of body weight, and you have an 8-hour window to get those in. So your third meal, a lot of more protein. That would probably be my last meal before suhoor, which is the meal before you start your fast. And in that meal, we're going to change it up a little bit. Instead of fast digesting carbs, you want slow digesting carbs that are going to last you throughout the whole day, and slow digesting protein that are going to last you throughout the whole day. Obviously, you're going to need to sustain for 16 hours. So vegetables, steak is a very slow digesting protein. Still, you have your chicken, fruits. Quinoa is a very good one. Oatmeal is like kind of in the middle there. It's a good meal to have for suhoor. Beans, and again, like a lot more water. You want to keep drinking water. You want to keep yourself hydrated. Now, in terms of sleep, you're going to want to make sure you're getting enough sleep. Now, if you're training late at night, it's going to be hard because you're going to train late. You're going to be eating late. You're probably not going to get a lot of sleep. So if you are someone who is working during this month and you had to get up early for work, sleep as much as you can at night. When you get home from work, take a nap. You're going to need to prioritize 2 things, especially your sleep and your water, bro. We want to avoid getting injured in this month. We don't want to do anything dumb in this month. Sleep and your water are important. If you can't get 8 hours a night, get a nap in between. It's also going to help you get to your eating window quicker, so to make the day go by quicker. So just really prioritize those 2 things. I'm going to get into some questions here because we had a bunch of questions from my Instagram story, and I addressed a bunch of them while I was talking before, but one of them, should I take pre-workout? I don't recommend taking a pre-workout during Ramadan, bro, because 1, you're going to have to hydrate more, and 2, it's going to keep you up all night, especially if you're training late. I would suggest using pump products. So like, I usually use the month of Ramadan to lower my caffeine tolerance completely. I would just have pump products at night. So Alpha has Superhuman Pump, which is what I take. I take 2 scoops of that. It's got a bunch of pump ingredients. It's going to fuel your workout. Like I said before, you can use my code Haddy. It'll save 50% off of any of these products. And I'm really just trying to put you guys on. So I usually take 2 scoops of a pump product and then go train. Stay away from the pre. Some nights when I wanted to go hard in the gym, I'd still take my pre, but I wouldn't recommend it to you guys, of course. Kind of do what I want sometimes. But should you continue taking creatine, with another question? It's a good month to cycle off, bro. You want to drink a lot of water while you're on creatine, and you won't be able to do that as much during Ramadan. So I would recommend cycling off the creatine for a month. Like I said, yeah, it might seem drastic to you. It's really not a big deal, bro. You won't see much of a difference at all, really. You might feel weaker during the month. Overall, you're not losing as much as you think you are, bro. And at the end of the month, when you pick, you're gonna literally pick right back up where you left off. Maybe it'll take a couple days and you'll be right back where you left off. How much protein should you have a day, with another question? Get your body weight in grams of protein, obviously, and you're gonna want to split that through your 3 to 4 to 5 meals throughout the night and your snacks that you're having throughout the night. And make sure you're getting your body weight in grams. That's going to be super, super important for you. A couple other things I wanted to touch on, bro, is, like I said, the most important thing I think you guys can take from this is that you have your whole lives to focus on your fitness journey, and you get 1 month out of the year, the most important month, to develop your relationship with God. And it's okay to put fitness to the side. I'm the #1 guy that's always talking about hard work, go hard in the gym, train hard in the gym. God comes before all that. So this is a month for you to really develop that relationship. If that means you miss the gym once or twice, or your diet's not exactly on point, it's okay, because your priorities are different right now. You're focusing on something that is greater yourself. And I like to always say, like, my power comes from God. And I believe that, like, when I'm doing the right thing during this month, and I'm making sure that I'm prioritizing my prayers and that not looking at anything I shouldn't, I stay off my phone a lot. I try to stay off of Instagram and TikTok throughout the day, so I'm not seeing things that I'm not supposed to see, girls doing stupid shit and stuff like that. And I just try to keep everything pure and holy, bro. And I truly believe that, like, when I make my intentions to do that, God blesses me for the other 11 months of the year. And obviously we can all use God's blessings. So yeah, like I said, to recap, meal 1, after you train, fast digesting protein, fast digesting carbs, because you're gonna go train right after that. Always, like I said, I recommend training 1 to 2 hours after you break your fast, and a lot of water, like I said before. And you want a protein shake, like I said, with that meal. Meal 2, protein shake leaving the gym. So you're gonna have 2 already. Meal 3, fast digesting carbs, slow digesting carbs, protein, a lot of protein. Start coming closer to your intake. You can have a snack in between there, and then meal 4 or 5 would be suhoor, which is slow digesting carbs, slow digesting protein, things that are gonna last you throughout the next day. Like I said, it's not as difficult as people make it seem. It's not as serious as people make it seem. The sacrifice you're making alone to develop your mental toughness in this month, not only religiously but just mentally, is gonna be really good for you regardless. You don't have to focus as much on the physical and really focus on your spiritual aspect and your mental aspect. Develop your relationship with your family. Sit down with your family and eat with them every night, bro. You don't do that anymore. A lot of us don't do that anymore. We're so caught up in our own worlds that we don't spend time with our friends. This is not every single night you could eat with your family, sit down together. Like I said, develop your relationship with God, get closer to your Creator. This month and how you act in it is going to set you up for the other 11 months of the year. And I always notice, like after Ramadan, like I'm always hitting my, like especially immediately after, still hitting my prayers on time, and I try to carry that over. I'm still being wary, like not like lowering my gaze when I'm walking around, being humble, and just doing the right things overall, bro. If you have more specific questions, you guys can always feel free to hit me up on my Instagram. I hope that answered most of them on what you should be doing through the month and how you can, make this all work. Make this a month for God. This isn't about you anymore. It's about developing your relationship with God, becoming a better Muslim overall. And there's a shitload of benefits to fasting that have nothing to do with like religiously. There's expands your life, like your life expectancy. People who fast have a longer life expectancy. There's a whole load of benefits to fasting. So try to look at the positive side of it and not the negative side of it. Try to enjoy the month. And I hope you guys all have a blessed month. I hope you guys all enjoy it. I hope this video helped you guys out. Like I said, if you guys have any further questions, I'm always there on Instagram, on Snapchat, anywhere if you have more specific questions or anything I could help you with religion-wise or Ramadan-wise. So